Golden, smoky, and full of soul, whiskey is more than just a drink. It's history in a glass, culture in a bottle, and art in a barrel. But how much do you really know about this timeless spirit? Today we're diving deep into the world of whiskey, its rich history, different types, how it's made, how to enjoy it, and some facts and myths that might just surprise you. The name whiskey comes from the Gaelic word wishe beitha, meaning water of life, has a history as rich and complex as its taste. Its roots trace back over 1,000 years, likely beginning in ancient Mesopotamia, where early distillation techniques were used for perfumes and medicine. These techniques slowly traveled westward, reaching Europe via Arabic scholars and Moorish influence. By the 12th century, Irish and Scottish monks began experimenting with distilling fermented grain mash, not for recreation, but as a form of medicine. They used rudimentary copper stills to extract a potent, clear spirit, believed to cure everything from colds to melancholy. By the 15th century, distillation had moved beyond monasteries. Local farmers began producing whiskey in small batches, leading to a rise in both demand and innovation. With the spread of British colonization and migration, whiskey crossed the Atlantic and found fertile ground in America. There, whiskey evolved. Corn replaced barley, aging in charred oak barrels gave birth to bourbon, and charcoal filtering helped define Tennessee whiskey. From ancient alchemy to global passion, whiskey's journey is one of resilience, invention, and cultural pride. Now let's talk about the different types of whiskey, each with its own origin, process, and taste profile. Irish whiskey, triple distilled, smooth and light. Famous brands Jameson, Redbreast, and Bushmills. Scotch whiskey, made in Scotland, usually double distilled. Comes in two major types, single malt and blended. Famous brands Glenfiddich, Macallan, Lagavulin. American whiskey, bourbon, made mostly from corn, sweet and bold. Brands Maker's Mark, Buffalo Trace, Woodford Reserve. Tennessee whiskey, filtered through charcoal, Lincoln County process. Famous brand Jack Daniels. Canadian whiskey, often rye-based, light-bodied, and smooth. Brands Crown Royal, Canadian Club. Japanese whiskey, inspired by Scotch, known for precision and balance. Brands Yamazaki, Hibiki, and Nikka. Regardless of origin, most whiskey follows a similar process. Malting, grain is germinated and dried. Mashing, mixed with hot water to extract sugars. Fermentation, yeast turns sugars into alcohol. Distillation, alcohol is concentrated using copper stills. Aging, matured in oak barrels, sometimes for decades. Bottling, diluted and bottled, often at 40% ABV. Barrel aging is where whiskey develops most of its flavor. Vanilla, caramel, spice, all from the wood. Whiskey isn't just for neat pours. Neat, purest form, no dilution. On the rocks, slightly chilled, smooths harsh edges. With water, a few drops open up aromas. Cocktails, think old-fashioned, whiskey sour or Manhattan. Pro tip, use a tulip-shaped glass like a Glencairn to concentrate aromas. Peated whiskey, smoky, earthy flavor from dried peat fires. Example, Laphroaig. Cask finish whiskey, aged in rum, sherry, or wine barrels for complex notes. Single malt versus blended. Single malt equals one distillery, 100% malted barley. Blended equals mix of malt and grain whiskeys. In Ireland and Scotland, whiskey is tradition and pride. In America, it fueled rebellion. Think prohibition and moonshine. In Japan, it's crafted with Zen-like precision. Whiskey is a global language of celebration, storytelling, and reflection. It's even ceremonial. Think whiskey toasts at weddings or Japan's mizuwari served with meals. Myth: older whiskey is always better. Truth: age matters, but balance and cask type are key. Myth: whiskey versus whiskey. It's a typo. Truth: whiskey with an E is Irish and American. Whiskey is Scottish, Canadian, and Japanese. Fact: the angel's share is the portion lost to evaporation during aging. Fact: the world's most expensive whiskey sold for over $2 million. Macallan, 1926. Whether you're sipping a smoky Scotch by the fire or enjoying a smooth bourbon in a cocktail, whiskey has a story to tell, one that's been aging for centuries. Explore, taste, and respect the craft. Cheers to whiskey, the spirit of the ages.